Hello, hello. I'm Casey,
And I'm Fallon.
and this is
Render the Darkness.
All right, so your fun fact for this episode is that between 1912 and 1948, competitive art used to be an Olympic sport. So, like, they used to hand out medals for, like, music, painting, architecture, sculpturing.
Oh, nice.
Like, the field of art, not just, like, drawing and stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
They still do that now, don't they?
No. I mean, I'm sure they hold competitions, but it's not in the Olympics
Well,
anymore.
I just meant, like, they still got, like, awards and stuff now.
Well, yeah, absolutely. But I think they're, like, their own award things. Whatever. Yeah, it's very hot in here.
It is. Oh, that's interesting. Did not know that.
Yeah, I didn't know that either. I bet that would have been really cool to see being a part of the Olympics.
It's hot, guys. Okay, so this episode is out of our 50-state series, and we are now in Illinois. In this episode, we're going to dive into the different legends of Illinois. So let's go ahead and get on started there. So the first one we're going to talk about is called the Piasa Bird. Now, the Piasa Bird comes from the Native American mythology, which means a bird that devours men.
Ooh.
The creature was painted by Native Americans on the cliffside above the Mississippi River. It was originally on some limestone bluffs in Madison County, Illinois. Unfortunately, the original painting is no longer there because the Mississippi Limestone Company took it in the later part of the 1870s.
Huh.
There's a new 20th century copy that was created from some of the 19th century drawings and lithographs. The newer one had been placed several hundred yards from the original location, and the rock that the newer version is painted on doesn't hold the image for too long, so it has to be redone often. An early explorer by the name of Father Jacques, I don't want to say it that way.
Jacu?
Maybe.
I'm going to say Jacu.
Jacques Zemoket. I remember that one. Wrote about his 1673 trip down the Mississippi River with Louis and Joey A. Joel E. A. That record would describe the Piasa bird as, quote, as large as a calf with antlers like a deer, red eyes, a beard like a tiger's, with a face of a man, its body covered with green, red, and black scales, and a tail so long it passed around the body, over the head, and between the legs.
Tigers have beards?
I guess like the...
I was like, what?
I guess just like, the little scruffy hair like that they have. I wonder if they meant like lion, maybe? It's got the mane.
Yeah.
But
is that a beard? I'm just trying to get an accurate visualization of the description.
Right.
Anyway.
It's probably just that little tuft of hair right here. Here's a little three little hairs.
Is it?
Yeah. Hey, if it's hair on your face, on your chin.
Mm-hmm. Shit, if that's the case, I got a beard. I got hair on my chin.
Oh my god.
That's the shadow. Don't be a duck.
And it said that there are more rock paintings around Mississippi, but it's not really known what, I'm going to mess up his name again, Zach Marquette actually saw. I'm trying to say it correctly. But there was a sketch of the creature in his journal. Some think he may have inaccurately sketched a mythical creature from the Native Americans known as the water panther.
Yeah, we talked about him before.
But after his encounter, the legend continued to grow. Terrible with names, I'm so sorry. Now, one story says that a beast had been tormenting the Illinois Native American for years. They say it was strong enough to take off with a full-grown deer. Now, it's said that many warriors had tried to defeat the creature, but none were able to. The creature kept destroying villages until Chief Uatoga decided to take matters into his own hands with the direction of the Great Spirit. The Great Spirit told him to get 20 warriors and arm them with bows and poisoned arrows and wait in a certain spot on the bluffs for the creature to come after him. So the chief did just that. The creature seen him, and he came down from the skies to take him away. But the warriors had been hiding in the bushes. They jumped out and shot at the creature. The arrows hit their mark, and the creature fell into the Mississippi River. Uh-huh. Some legends say that the creature lived in the caves by the river. One claims that the creature laid eggs in the quarries. Another story was that the work at the quarries actually disturbed the spirits, and those spirits cursed the area. Pieces of the legend are still around Illinois. There's a school that is in a town named Piasa that took the 9,000-pound, 23 by 40-foot painting that Alton had to take down because it rusted in 1995 and gave it to the students in the industrial art class.
Good Lord.
Yeah. Now, it took years for them to restore it, but on September 20th, 2002, it was placed to overlook the football field watching as the Piasa Birds played on the field.
All right, that's pretty cool, actually.
All right, now the next story is about Resurrection Mary.
Oh, I've heard of her.
Yeah, me too. And this story is very well known in Illinois.
It's very well known everywhere.
And it's also like other stories from other places as well. Resurrection Mary is a story about a vanishing hitchhiker in Chicago. The story goes that Mary was out dancing with her boyfriend at the O. Henry Ballroom in the late 1920s or the 1930s. During the evening, the couple got into an argument, and Mary was pretty upset, so she left the ballroom. She was walking up Archer Avenue when she was hit by a car, and the driver left the scene, leaving her to die alone. Her parents were the ones to find her, and they had her buried at Resurrection Cemetery in her white dress and matching shoes. No one was ever charged for her death. Now, since her death, there have been many sightings of her. One man named Jerry Paulus claimed that he had met her at the Liberty Grove Hall in 1939. He claimed that they had danced and kissed, and she asked him to take her home. While on Archer Avenue, she left the car and disappeared at the Resurrection Cemetery. In 1976, 78, 1980, and 1989, people have claimed to have hit a woman with their car. But when they get out to check on her, she's gone. People also say that there are handprints burned into the wrought iron fence that they believe Mary left in August of 1976. But it said that a truck had damaged the fence and there wasn't a ghost there. So I don't know how they said the truck damaged it and it was handprints. I haven't been there. So that's just what to say. Now, the last story is about a cab driver named Ralph who was said to have picked up a young lady. On January 31st, 1979, the story came out in the Suburban Tib that was a leaflet in the Chicago Tribune that was written by Bill Geist. He claimed the girl looked pretty young and, quote, a couple miles up Archer there, she jumped with a start like a horse and said, here, here. I hit the brakes. I looked around and didn't see no kind of house. Where, I said. And then she sticks out her arm and points across the road to my left and says, there. And that's when it happened. I looked to my left like this at this little shack. And when I turned, she was gone. Vanished. And the car door never opened. May the good Lord strike me dead. It never opened. Now, some have tried to figure out who Mary was in the cemetery. One thought she could have been Mary, hopefully I said this correctly, Bregovy, but that was proven to be false because she died in a car accident in downtown Chicago Loop. As of today, many people believe that she was actually Patricia Norcus that passed away in 1997 in a car accident on her way home from the O. Henry Ball. Now, the last story is called the Hull House Devil Baby.
That's an interesting name. Oh, I'm like totally out of frame.
Oh, right.
Yeah. Oh, no, that's why I was doing that. What? I said that's why I was doing that. I was doing that for a reason.
What?
Leaning like I was.
Why?
Because of that. Look to the other side of me in the camera.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, I just showed everybody. So there's no point.
Wait, that's because you were like, what is it? I mean, I had to show you.
Alright, so the Jane Addams Hull House house was built in 1856 by Charles Hull, and it was used for immigrants for a place of refuge that were coming to Chicago. And by the 1910s, the property had 13 buildings. Jane Addams founded the house in 1889 and did her best to provide food, shelter, English, and trade classes. Even before Jane bought the house, it was said to have been haunted. A lot of people died on the property, with Charles Hull's wife being one of those people.
Oh.
And she is one of the many spirits said to haunt the property, and she's normally seen in the main building. There are a few versions of the story, and I will go over a few of them. One story says that an older couple left the devil baby on the doorstep at the Hull house. For 6 weeks, people came by asking to see the child. When news got out about what the baby was, hundreds more people went to the house to see the baby for themselves. Jane would always claim that there never was a devil baby there. Another story is that a very Catholic woman hung a picture of Virgin Mary on her wall. Her husband, who was an atheist, took the picture down. And it is said that he would rather have the devil in his house than that picture on the wall. A little while later, the woman gave birth. But the child had hooves, claws for hands, a tail, and arms. The mother was said to have died when she had seen what she had given birth. The baby was able to run around as soon as it was born and kept running from the father. He was finally able to catch the baby and took him to the house. The people there wanted to try and save the baby's soul, so they took him to be baptized. When they laid the baby down to get the water ready, the blanket he was wrapped in was empty. He had tried to get as far away from the holy water by jumping from pitch to pitch. Now, the last story is that a man who already had 6 daughters found out his wife was pregnant again. And it said that he told his wife that, quote, he would rather have a devil in the family than another girl. When the child was born, he was born with pointed ears and a tail. Jane would go on to write an article in the Atlanta Monthly in 1916 called The Devil Baby at Hull House, talking, about her experiences with people calling about the devil baby. She claimed that she would have to keep telling people that there was no devil baby and there never was. In her book, she also talks about a lady in white. Now, she claims that she had seen her many times, and she thinks that she is Charles Hull's wife, who had gotten sick in 1860 and died in the bedroom that is now Jane's bedroom. Jane did write a book about the devil baby and the stories that she was told by other women. So if you'd like to read about it, her book is called The Long Road of Woman's Memory. I will link it in the show notes. So that is the Legends of Illinois, and I'm sure there's so many more. I know there is. But,
Very interesting, very interesting.
Thank you. That last one was definitely...
I'm just going to say, I wonder if that's, really how that would have worked. Let's say, for example, if I was like, I would rather have Johnny Depp in this house than have to mow my grass all week. Would Johnny Depp appear? And then I just let my grass grow? So it was like, I'd rather have a devil baby in this house than a... And then they supposedly had a devil baby. Is that how that works? If you just say you'd rather have this than this, do you get that?
Maybe back in the day.
Was there some kind of did you have to cast a spell or something to make that happen? Or you just had to say it? Or was it the house? Was there something about the house, saying it in the house, that made that happen?
Yeah, I want to say that it probably would have something to do with the house itself. I could be wrong. But I'm kind of like you, it's strange to be like, oh, I'd rather have this than this, and then, of course, you get what you didn't want.
Yeah, but they did get what they wanted.
Yeah. You got what you want,
Yeah.
I'm hot. I can't freaking think.
All right, that being said, we're going to wrap this one up kind of quick because I don't have any air out here, and it's about 103 heat index in this building, and we're both really, really hot. So we appreciate you guys hanging out with us. We hope that you enjoyed the episode. We hope you join us for the next one, and you've joined us for all the other ones, and you continue to join us for all the ones to come. And if you like what we're doing, please give us a like, a share, a subscribe. If you would like us to do the same for you, we're all about some creators supporting creators. So just hit us up, let us know. Other than that, we're going to get up on out of here because we're literally melting. So, bye.